Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL, or actually VY2SW here in Canada. And if you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today is no exception. I'm at Cap Tourmente, which is a park here near Sainte-Anne-de-Beaupré, Quebec. Actually, it's near Saint-Joachim, and it's just a really pretty park here along the St. Lawrence River. This is a fabulous park to come out and hike, look at wildlife like birds and all kinds of insects, and we just found toads. I mean, there's everything here. It's a wonderful, wonderful park, and it's a beautiful day. And I'm here with my family. They're actually out. My wife and daughters are hiking right now. We set up a little place here to play a little bit of POTA here for a bit. And this is my second time activating this park. I think, unless something's changed, it had only been activated twice before, and I was one of those people. So this will be the third activation for it, at time of posting this at least. You don't actually have to be here within, so this park actually has an entry fee to come in here. It's very much worth it, no question. A really, really nice park. There's just loads of trails. There are waterfalls. There's you can't see it from here really, but there's actually a sort of a cliff over there, and there's an overlook above the cliff, and it's a really nice hike to get up there and see that. That is actually a soda summit as well. I had planned to activate that while I was here on this trip, but I just ran out of time. Soda, that would take me probably 2 hours up and back, and we just haven't had that kind of time in our schedule. I didn't want to take away that much from the family schedule, so I'm doing a park activation instead. But anyway, you don't have to actually come inside these park gates to be on the grounds of Cap Tourmente. There is a spot over here outside the gates for viewing wildlife, and there's a little area over there that's very clearly within the boundaries of the park. So you don't have to have a pass to come in here, but I would recommend you do it because the bulk of the park over here is just fabulous. Really, really nice. But I didn't set up at the main part of the park, and the reason I didn't do that is I felt like I would be in the way there. You know, this is a wildlife reserve and that sort of thing, so I like to be a little lower impact. So we just came up here next to these trees. I threw a line up here for my random wire antenna. I'm using the Tufteln 9-to-1, which I've used a lot here in Canada, with a 17-foot counterpoise, and that's attached. I don't actually have it locked off here because I'm not going to move this around a lot, and it's not that windy today. I've got the RG316 feed line coming out. I actually have a common mode choke on it this time. Not that I really need that today, I don't think, but I thought, why not? You know, give it a little extra counterpoise, maybe keep a little less RF coming back. Sorry, I'm untangling this while I'm holding the camera. There we go. It is very mosquito-y here. I've got my, oh, what do you call this thing? A thermocell. I've got my thermocell going, and it really does help out. But this isn't the sort of, I mean, this isn't a marsh, so you're going to get a lot of mosquitoes in a marsh, and flies and everything else. But man, is it beautiful out here. Every time we come out here, I think it's just breathtaking. I really do love this park. You know, every time we come to this area, and we come here frequently in summers, we never miss out coming to Cap Tourmente. In fact, I was really tempted to get a pass this year, so I come back multiple times, but we had other travel plans, so didn't do that this time. Anyway, okay, I'm going to get set up. We got the antenna up. I just need to set up my radio and everything and hit the air. So I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, I'm back now, and I've got the KX2 turned on. I did a quick ATU match on this, and I'm hearing some stations here, which is really good. In fact, as I was listening, stations kept popping in on me. So I think I'm going to set up here on 1406.2.5. Let me call QRL. Whoops, I'm at 10 watts. That's right, I did that for my last activation with the AX1. Whoop. Move that back to 5. There we go. Who really cares, right? And I noticed something with my book here. I was like, what happened? Gosh, I must have dropped or spilled something. No. My daughter, I don't know if you can see this, I think she pressed a flower in my logbook. probably because she didn't have anything else nearby at the time. And there must have been enough moisture in there that it's, yeah, it did a number on my logbook. So I'll have to pry these pages apart at a later date. Fortunately, yeah, I've got pictures of all this, and that's fine. That's just a part of the character of the logbook, right? That's what we'd say, the character of the logbook. Okay, let's get going here. Let's see, I'll just start calling CQ. You know, I'm thinking now that I didn't even schedule this activation, so let's just go in here to let's go in here to the POTA site. This just kind of, in a sense, holds my place. It's possible someone could hear me and work me real quick. That has happened before, very much. Okay. Add a spot. So I gotta go up here and change the activator call sign to Victor Yankee 2 SW. Frequency is 14062.5. It does that every time it switches it off the field I'm on. 14062.5. Park reference is VE-0012, I believe, right? Yeah, and I incorrectly called it Cap Tourmente last time with an N-E in it, but it's actually just Tourmente, like, well, Tourmente. There we go. See if my spot took. Yes, it did. Here we go. Okay, let's get back over here to hammers. Let's see if I can get some, get this going. So I'll be logging on the side with hammers. Let's hope that this is a decent day for playing POTA. Now I'm gonna send a Stroke Victor Echo 2 after this. There's something behind here too that's making it hard for me to write. What is that? Oh, that's the edge of the... There's the edge. Whoops. I know I can lock the dial on this, but usually I don't touch the dial too easily. Not like I do on my... Well, that's messy. There's a little ridge line here on the back of this where there's like a pocket, and that's going to mess me up as I'm riding here today, I can tell. Not that my logs are exactly immaculate anyway, but... Come on, let's get some more people. Thank you very much for that. That was Wisconsin. Got to write that down. I have had a wonderful path into Wisconsin from here in Quebec. That is the truth. Okay, I think it's VA, right? camera, I was talking to my wife, and that kind of threw me a little bit. Good to get you in there, Steve. That's a nice little run, 5 contacts. I almost sort of kind of maybe hear somebody in there, but I'm just hearing like a tone almost. That may not even be somebody actually calling me. That's probably just another, because I'm hearing like a steady tone. I don't know if that's what you're hearing or not, but no. So what I'm trying to do is send Stroke Victor Echo 2 when I get a chance. It is not required. It's not required here in Canada at all, but 6 down, 4 more to go. This will not be a super long activation today. I do need a little more hiking with my family before the park closes. And it does, whoops. Do you hear me? Maybe not. There's something else going on behind here. You know what? I'm not hearing a response from them. I'm going to QSY. Let's go down to the 30-meter band. See if there's any action there. $30 meters. Okay, that sounds like a right. She doesn't want to make sure. I'll respot myself here. It'll probably do it for me. That was a little unorthodox there, Thomas. Okay. That's what happens when I do things on the side. When I'm like working on something, I kind of get out of my rhythm here a little bit, which is fine. I appreciate that, Julian, getting a second contact from you, buddy. I like getting multiple contacts. Now, in SOTA, you won't find this because you can only get one contact per activation. In POTA, each contact on a different band or a different mode counts as a separate contact. So if you're ever starving for contacts, like I have been a couple of activations here in Canada, there's been really bad propagation days and very unstable conditions where I'd had to work, an hour to get my 10. It's not uncommon to do that, but it really helps if someone can work you on 2 different bands. I mean, that's amazing when that happens, actually. I'm pretty weak on his end there. Okay. Good. Very kind. It's copying this too, I'm just noticing. I did hear somebody there in the background, but I think they must have not been hearing me and just calling, so I went ahead and called anyway, with the idea that they get in the rhythm. There we go. Ooh, you come up a little bit there. coming up a little bit now. There we go. So I've got 11 now. So activation, in terms of just completing the activation, it's been done, but we'll keep going here for a little while. See if anybody else is out there. Yo, you know what I should do from the time? Right around now is a good time to move up to a higher band. It has been in the past, maybe not today, because I'm saying this now. It's been a good time to hop up to the higher bands, and sometimes I can pick up a couple of European stations. And you know what else I'll do? I don't know if I've got enough power, enough battery to do this, but I'll pump it up to 10 watts. Just for the heck of it. And I don't know if I'll get any single sideband in today. I have been trying to do a little bit more single sideband. Some YouTube subscribers have asked me to do that. And I do love single sideband, but I have to admit, I find it a little, like, I don't know. I find it less productive. I like using CW. I mean, it's just my favorite band, mode, for sure. But I love single sideband as well. But when I come out and I'm starting, it means I have to self-spot, as opposed to having the RBN find me. I don't have my mic for this. I'm using the internal mic, which works fine. And I don't know. Sometimes I just don't get to it by the end of an activation because I've kind of taken up all my time with CW. But I hear you. If you want me to do more single sideband, I want to do more single sideband too. And I think I will start implementing a little bit more in my activations, because I do enjoy doing it. It's kind of fun hearing someone else's voice on the other end, and especially all these tons of calls here that in my logs, you know, in CW, that I've you know, worked on single sideband too. It's kind of interesting to hear their voices. Let's see, maybe the RBN will pick me up here. I'll go ahead and check. Let's see here if I can reset this page, and we'll see if it's respotted me. Yes, it has. See there, 18059, 18085.9. Now let's see if this kept my 17 meters. It did. Good. Sometimes when I flip back, it loses that information, but that's okay. It doesn't take long to put it back in. Oh, come on. Hear my CQ. That's somebody else that came on frequency, and they're not hearing me. That happens. That is not that other person's fault. I can assure you that the band conditions changed, and all of a sudden they can't hear me. By the way, if that other person would have continued calling CQ on top of me, I would have yielded and moved to a different spot. I do not ever feel any possession. Okay, there we go. Did you hear me? Good, gotcha. That's somebody else calling there. I don't know if they think they're working me or something. Let me see if there's somebody else on frequency doing an activation. I don't think so. There's nobody showing up here, but that was like a park exchange, so someone may have thought that they heard my call. Yeah, I don't see anybody on here right now. This is actually our last full day in Quebec. Tomorrow morning, we'll get ready and head to Ottawa for about 3 nights, and then back to North Carolina. So we're about done with our summer in Canada. It's been about 7 weeks, and it's been wonderful. We've had such a great time, but we're looking forward to going back home. There are things we want to do there and people we want to see. You know, I'm sending 7.2, but really right now I should be sending 7.3 because I'm running 10 watts instead of 5. And I think most people would consider 10 watts to be not QRP and CW. I usually don't, but to be honest, QRP is a state of mind. There's nothing, I think most people would agree that 5 watts or less is QRP, and then I would say that in single sideband, 10 watts and less is QRP. A lot of QRP contests say that 10 watts or less is QRP for single sideband. But really, it's just all about only using what you need in terms of power. And it's about using super lightweight equipment off of battery power that does a phenomenal job. And I tell you what, that thermocell really works. I don't know how it works, but that thing really does keep away, even with this breeze kind of probably fighting against it. It's done a great job. There haven't been that many mosquitoes around me, even though there are a bunch here. I'm tempted to go a little higher in band for the fun of it. He flies. I'd like to get another European station, maybe. EC5 CSW is I've worked that station several times in the past. They are a good, reliable source of signals from Spain. I've got to figure out how to get this flour out of my logs. My daughter had the best of intentions here, I think, for pressing, but I think that there's a coating on these pages, and that's the reason why that just doesn't work very well. How many of you have plant material in your logs? I'm probably not the only one. This band's probably dead. High likelihood this band's dead. Probably should have done that before sending out my ATU thing, but I'm pretty confident there's just not a lot of activity here. Yeah. Well, let's try it anyway. What the heck, right? Let's see, I may spot myself again here. What'll be really telling is if the reverse beacon network picks me up. Now, it'll take a minute or so to do that. Just getting 5 dB from an N6 station, okay. Maybe in 7 land? I'm not sure. Let's see if it'll, I don't even know if you can see this easily. There we go. Hey, it spotted me. Let's see what kind of signal report I got. 17 dB, that's not bad at all. Maybe I will catch somebody out here. I like trying to change up the bands when I can do it. We have an incoming CME tomorrow that'll foul up the bands really nicely. But we're going to be driving tomorrow. I'm probably not going to stop off and do an activation tomorrow because we're going to take our time going to Ottawa. But I'm hoping while I'm in Ottawa I can fit in at least one activation, perhaps near the Aviation Museum. We'll see how it goes though. It'd be nice to get one contact at least on 15 meters. KF3B came in like a machine gun. Really punchy signal. That's nice. I got my 15 meter contact though, didn't I? My family has been out walking for a while. They have not joined me. There are so many hikes here though, they could be gone for a while. Okay, I'll move down to 40 meters. Why? Oh, I've still got it set for split. Okay, let's see. I don't do this often. I do not do this often with my, okay, I'm still running split. Okay, that's not it. How do I kill split on here? This is what happens when you don't use these functions a whole lot. I'm looking for A equals B. That's A, that's B. Oh, there we go. There we go. I have a hunch that this band's dead. Oh, you know what? My family is returning, so I'm going to hop off the bands now. That's what I'm going to do. So what I'll do to just make it nice and complete, so what I got, 16 contacts, 16 contacts here, and I'll go back over here and first of all refresh the page, and I'll mark myself QRT. So I'm going to respot myself, since I actually have, and just put QRT here for the comments. And now people will know that I'm off the air completely. There we go. Cool. So I'm very pleased with this, actually. This is a really nice turnout for today. I'm going to take a picture while I can remember to do this. I always forget. Always. Seems. Well, I always take snapshots from my video, but I don't like doing that. I want to be semi-professional about this. If you've been watching my channel for long, you know that there's nothing professional about what I do here. Okay, so anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, if you ever get a chance to come out to this part of the province of Quebec, do yourself a favor and stop at Cap Tourmente. It is just so beautiful out here. I don't care what the weather is. This is a wonderful, wonderful sight. And there's some great hikes here to take. It's just lots and lots of fun. So come out here if you get a chance. I'm going to miss it. We won't be back here for at least another year or so. So that's kind of sad. I'd like to come out here in the late fall and see what it looks like. The marshes here are just beautiful. Anyway, I hope you get a chance to go out and play radio this week, and or maybe even help mentor someone who's just getting into the hobby. We need some really good ham radio ambassadors out there to get people excited about it. If you're learning CW, take your time. It takes lots of just listening and practice. There's no way around that. There's no quick fix for just learning CW. Just take your time, and I promise your brain will catch up with you, and before you know it, you'll be sending those dits and dashes with ease. So, thanks so much for joining me, and again, until next time, 7 3s.